And we're coming to you live from the city of Pune, where there is a literal Mahabharat going on, playing out between the students of the Film and Television Institute of India and their newly appointed chairman, BJP member and actor Gajendra Chauhan. Now, this is of course about one moot question, one key question which not just students but many others are asking. Is Gajendra Chauhan really capable of leading this reputed institute? Joining us on the show for the first time is Mr. Chauhan himself, and we are also going to connect students here at the Film and Television Institute of India with their chairman. We also have a renowned filmmaker Anand Patwardhan with us. Mr. Chauhan, first to you. You know, if I wanted to change my job, if I wanted a high-profile job, then I must have on my CV very, very high credentials. Only then can I go and seek a better job. Now, that's the question which many people are asking, especially the students. On your CV, do you have the right credentials to lead an institute like the FTII? Mr. Chauhan.
Sound is gone. Sound is gone, sir. Hello.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Yes, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, yeah, it's back. It's back.
Yeah,
hello,
Mr. Chauhan, my question really was yes, sir.
Yeah, it's back now.
Yeah, so the question really which the students are asking is that for a high-profile job like being the chairman of the FTII, you need to have the right credentials, and they are asking the question. In fact, they are saying that you don't have the right qualifications. How do you respond to that?
First of all, I must tell you, Tejas, there's a difference between real life and real life. What my credentials are with my real life are different from my real life. I have worked. Now, I want to change that. You said he's a BJP member and an actor. I'm an actor first, then a BJP member. I have a 34 years experience of working in films and television. And then, I have a different real life. I have worked for one of the biggest association in Mumbai, which is Cine and TV Artist Association, having an experience of almost 20 years and up to the rank of being president of CINTA, Cine and TV Artist Association. So I think not only being a member of BJP, the Information and Broadcasting Ministry had decided to put me on that post is because I must be having that kind of experience and the kind of working and my capabilities. All those INB ministry must have looked into this before deciding for me. Now, somebody or the other, how can he decide about my qualification in my real life? So I don't agree with this. And before I appeared for the exam, they have decided with a predetermined and preconceived mind that I will not pass through this exam. So I don't agree there.
We have some of the students right here, and they want to ask a few questions to you. If you can ask your question to Mr. Chauhan.
Sir, you are entering an institute which is of the highest national repute. It's an institute which has been here for the last 55 years, created a space, given out graduates who have defined the new phase of cinema in India. Their work has probably overshadowed any of your work that we have ever seen. Their work has always been of the highest national and international repute. Do you really think you're actually in the right space to even define yourself, not just as the chairman, but probably as someone who can even come and take a session with the students on acting?
Yes, Mr. Chauhan.
Yes, I do agree. Yeah, correct. You are right. It's not only me who will be working. I have a member of Governing Council who are very experienced and very eminent personalities in that. It will be a teamwork. My job will be to handle the team, to come close to the students, to look into their problems. There will be a lot of things which I have to do actually. So I think this is not, before starting my work, you are deciding that I will not pass through that exam. My point is, let us sit across the table, let us talk over it. Let us discuss the issues. Let us talk about what the problems are there. The INB ministry must have seen some capability in me to decide before for this post my name.
As far as I can see, the students are not actually voicing a protest against Mr. Chauhan per se. He is incidental in the sense that he is one example of the fact that the party in power is appointing people in key government positions, top institutions, people with very little qualification except for the fact that they have campaigned for Mr. Modi and except for the fact that they are very loyal to the party in power. I give you examples. They put Prahlad Nilani in charge of the censor board. He proceeded to ban 20 words from the cinema, including the word Bombay. They proceeded to put Bhishma as the chairperson of the Children's Film Society, and they put Yudhishthir as chairperson of Film Institute. Now, the one thing that both of them have in common is that they have been bhakts of Asaram Bapu. So these are not qualifications that qualify you to be at the highest level of excellence in this country. And I can understand the anxiety of the students who feel that their education will be underdone.
Mr. Chauhan, you want to respond? Please go ahead, because the allegation is serious and he's right on one point.
Yeah,
not
I want
just
to respond to
FTII, but Prahlad Nilani, many others are all BJP connected.
I would defy the statement that I am a bhakt of Asharam Bapu. I mean, it's an allegation, unnecessary allegation on me that I am a bhakt of Asharam Bapu. As far as I remember, I had gone to one of his smagam, that's all. I am not a bhakt of Asharam Bapu or somebody else. So,
I think that NDTV
that's
could
what I'm saying. I had gone to one of his samagam as a guest, that's all. But I'm not a bhakt to Asharam Bapu or somebody else.
The YouTube shows you dancing with Mr. Asaram Bapu, but frankly that is your personal matter. I'm not even criticizing that, but I'm saying that that doesn't give confidence to the students, and I can understand their point of view.
With due respect to Chauhan sir, and I'm not going to ask about his work or any sort of body of work, because I don't know really what he has done. I haven't even seen. Maybe when I pass out, perhaps I would look at that and whatever. But the question is here, we are asking very simple questions, which is not towards Chauhan. There is something which has been he's been appointed by certain government, which is running the government. Our question and whatever interaction we want to do is with the government, with the IB ministry. But now I can play perhaps 100 questions with him. Like, I'm not going to the body of work.
Ask a question.
The question is, do you know even where I'm standing right now? This is a place in FTI. If we are talking about the ground reality, I can walk and talk and all this. Before being appointed as a chairman, does he know even where we are standing right now? This is inside FTI, and this is perhaps the space. I would like to know the answer, and then perhaps I can tell what's the relevance of the question.
Regarding his capability, so let's just focus on that. You're asking whether you said you don't feel inspired by him?
Of course not. Of course not. The inspiring part is being covered by another question. Now he's taking mujhe ek mauka do. From there, I am telling you, he's taking the post of a chairman. It's a serious post. If his work is not inspiring, then he could come, or if someone who's been appointed, he could come to this place, who could connect to people. We are not telling this is big grade, this is not only inspiring. Then our light was, they also inspire us. FTA is not some sort of elite or some sort of snobbery of sort of comments. It's not like that. That's all. There's no political space or something. He doesn't have even any connection, physical connection with worker, with teacher, with faculty. Students comes at last, because we won't share the classroom with perhaps tangibly, but he has to decide the administration. Does he know what's the reason of the backlog? Does he know where the staff lives?
Mr. Chauhan, the question
what's
he's
the
asking
route map,
basically,
perhaps? What's the route map? He's a chairman. My question is to him, what's your route map for FTI for next 3 years?
And you are not connected with FTII in any capacity, in any way. So that's the question which this student is asking you.
No, they are justified in asking this question. My point is, before I start my work, before I took over as the post, how do I know? How do I know? I know the things, basic things, through media, through people, through ex-alumni which I have worked in Mumbai. The backlog is lacking, the audit report is not tabled, their upgradation of the system is not there, the upgradation of the administrative block is not there, the upgradation of the faculty is not there, syllabus is still going on. I mean, before I come, join, look at the things which has to be improved, where upgradation has to be done, the system has to be taken up for the betterment of the FTII. It's not easy. I mean, it is not an overnight journey for me, but I know I'm a passionate guy, I know my work, I know how to handle the things. Before I take over, I cannot tell you all this.